Hello and welcome back to Panzer Corps, the Battle of the Seelow Heights, and let's hear what our assistant has to say, and if this time the briefing will be a little bit more informative. I doubt it, but we will see.
Our forces have arrived at the last fortified line before Berlin. There is a large plain which stands between the German capital and us. We have air superiority, and their army consists of old men and inexperienced boys. However, the German forces have the high ground, and their defenses are dug in deeply. We hear that many of their men have tried to escape, trying to surrender to our Western allies rather than to us. Those who remain will wish they ran too. It is your job to conquer enough objectives to ensure victory. A loss here would cost us dearly, and cannot be accepted.
Yeah, that's actually not that bad. We have great weather, at least for now. We have a new bomber. I have already done the upgrading and prepared a safe game. Let's see. Hi, Danny. And yeah, as always, I have no information about the map, but by looking at it, you already can determine some things and, yeah, make assumptions on what you're going to face or what an ideal force composition would be. So, this is a very long map, rough terrain in the background, but it's flat, open in the foreground. We have very limited amount of units we can deploy on this one. And I don't know what air superiority means in detail, if there will be enemy planes or not, or if there will be only a few of them. Anyways, I went ahead and deployed the whole of my air force, because if we don't run into any resistance, we can always switch out the fighters and get our infantry down to the ground, because we don't need it on the forced movements. I've deployed artillery heavy and tank heavy composition. We see trenches right ahead, so artillery and tanks are ideal to deal with that. Pioneers would be great too, but I don't have any of those. And yeah, that's basically it. So let's run over the final line of resistance and then take on Berlin. Yeah, hi Hos Orin and hi everyone in the chat. Let's see what we can do here. Yeah, the weather is cloudy, not ideal for the initial phase, because I would like to have more scouting information. I didn't deploy my scout, I am relying on my planes, but it seems straightforward enough. I don't want to risk my scout plane. Hi, Lieutenant Zhukov. There could be artillery, no, not artillery, anti-aircraft cannons in the back. So I think it's appropriate to start by moving up one of our tanks. There seems to be nothing. So we can take a peek. Move up here as well. Same scouting process. Doesn't seem too dangerous, so I think we can smash into this first line right away and hope to get rid of those enemy strong points. We'll just do it step by step. Movement is not bad. We'll do it step by step from the north to the south. There's not much else to be said about that. Volkssturm shouldn't be much of an issue, but there's a mass of enemy units in our way, so yeah, that's already a little bit problematic, but we will definitely guard our bombers. There could be an initial wave of enemy fighters. And obviously we don't want to deal with... Well, we do want to deal with them. And yeah, the conscripts, they will have the work cut out. And yeah, those defenders, I wouldn't want their job, that's for sure. And there's nothing much in the way of strategy. We just move forward as quickly as possible and try to get rid of everything in the process. Most importantly, the strong points. They provide vision, and that's Wehrmacht infantry, Wehrmacht infantry. I'm looking. That's called abandoned. That's interesting. Yeah, they've already abandoned hope, I guess. But this is an anti-tank cannon, so we will have to protect ourselves with artillery here. But shouldn't be too much of a problem. And I do want to destroy the grenadier. And let's see. Not quite, but it was a nice try. But I think we can still open up. I thought we still can open up them for further attacks, but not so much. But I think we can still get them. Priorities on taking out the stronger units, like this grenadier. I don't care so much for the Wehrmacht infantry, and I think there is Volkssturm in there. Yeah, some of them are only Volkssturm units. The cloudy weather is not helping. So I think we'll go ahead and try to get rid of the more dangerous units around. And in the process, keep ourselves covered. Not much to say about that. Yep, that's it. Grab as much experience as possible. Yeah, the line is already faltering, so... But it will be tough. If I think about it, 1 hex per turn, if... Yeah, there's open space in the back, so I don't think it will be that bad. But... And they actually are running away. That's interesting. So maybe we should have... Axis units are pulling out of the first line of defense and have abandoned some of their equipment. That's why it's called abandoned. But now we see something, and that's great. So doesn't seem to be much of an air force. So maybe I will get rid of some of my equipment. I don't know if I can capture this equipment, but I think we'll simply ignore it. And again, I think it's best to try and rush forward. Overwhelm them as quickly as somehow possible. Maybe, and there's an 88 and more of those strong points. But I don't fear them too much. We've already seen they're more efficient in passive defense. On the attack, the 88 is not that great, especially if it's only 1 star. So that shouldn't be much of a problem. But I think it's still quicker to... Well, we don't have to defend anything, so I don't think we should waste ammo going in here. But it's in the way, so it's still, interestingly enough, even if it's abandoned, still provides zone of control, which doesn't seem too logical, to be honest. So let's check for more mines. Let's try to prevent them from retreating. And this is Volkssturm as well, but we still have to destroy them. I wish there would be... It would be nice if there is an option that they actually can surrender. It feels a little bit bad to completely destroy all of them. Yeah, it doesn't even withdraw. But it's completely in the way. Guard myself, and I will send in the bomber just to get rid of it. It's nice that they actually abandon things, but yeah, it's not very helpful if it's still blocking your way. So yeah, the defense is substantial, but I see nothing extremely dangerous here. And I think it's time to get rid of some of the fighters. Doesn't seem to be heavy on the air defense here. I think at least 2 we can shuffle out. And actually deploy more infantry. To attack the city center. Massive hit. Grenadier down. Well, and there are some dangerous things out here, so we have to be careful. And again, I know it's abandoned, but it's blocking the way, so it doesn't help. If we can eliminate units with artillery, that's absolutely fine. And yeah, we have kind of an open area in the center, so let's see, Volkssturm, Wehrmacht, let's go for it. And the main issue here will be supply of ammunition, I guess. And no, can't hit anything, so I have to think about that a little bit. And once again, I'm completely blocked. So maybe an airstrike will be the solution for this problem. Not quite. And moving up to get rid of this 88 puck. That's a major obstacle around here. But not so much anymore. And I suspect to be 88s in the background everywhere. But on the other hand, we'll definitely get hit by it. So if we want to use our air force, we might as well go ahead and make the best of it. We can always shuffle damaged units back. Let's take a look. Yeah, sure enough. And if we can avoid getting hit by all of them, I think we should do it. And we have to move up to get our units in firing range. And yeah, all those hexes can be reached, so I think it's better to shift the artillery for now. We will get demolished by artillery if I move in here. So there's no great position because I'm in vision range. Maybe like that. So we can move up and still fire a shot. Yeah, that's it. Let's see what they can throw at us. Ah, God. Well, that's what I call air superiority. And of course it's raining, so... Oh God, I hate those briefings. They're completely bullshit all the time. Yeah, and the rain is not ideal because now I'm not seeing a lot. Maybe there's nothing here. Of course there is something here. But it's okay to take some risks at least. And if we can break the position from the north, I think that's fine. And some damage to the tanks is not a big deal. And we managed to force a surrender, so we know there's something in the back. And we'll just move up a little bit, take those strong points head on, and try to conquer this ridge. Yeah, that was a slight mistake. Should have moved the rocket artillery to this side and moved up the towed one to take a shot here, because now there's nothing to shoot at. But we can still move up for next time. Check if there's artillery in the back. Yeah, there sure is. So it's no use advancing my conscripts. Yeah, we might as well try to clear out some of the mines. And what's this, by the way? It's a fighter. Yeah, but it's this is so stupid. There's, if you pull out all your fighters, you would be totally screwed now. The only thing left to do would be, yeah, restart the mission. So maybe what we can do is trap some of them on the retreat and maybe kill them off, but I'm not sure about that, and that seems pretty strong. I don't know how to deal with it. But maybe we can pull it off. We'll see. Yeah, Take this opportunity to refuel. Take this opportunity to scout. And refuel. Again, try to eliminate units or weakened units with artillery fire. Maybe we can force surrender here. Maybe there's something in the back. There sure is. So that was a good call. Maybe we can still get rid of this grenadier. I think killing off grenadiers is always worth it. We are not in a particular rush. And we know somewhere on this ridge there is the Nashorn. So we'll be a little bit careful moving forward, especially with our weaker units. I think that's fine. And we have to make a break. To refuel and position ourselves to at least we stopped one of them. That's promising, and now we see again. Yeah, more Wehrmacht infantry. That's dealt with. And I think it's a good idea to stop and do some resupplying action around here. Ah, spotted a tiger. So it might be... I will memorize its position. I will send in a bomber to deal with it. But first we have to deal with the enemy air force. And we know they can strike at us, so, but all those strong points make it very difficult to trap something. So I won't move my air force for the moment. I will wait. And then be smart about my attacks. So let's see. This is very vulnerable against airstrikes and artillery. So we might want to exploit that. And I see little resistance for now, so let's go ahead and try to smash them. I'm fine with exposing myself a little bit in terms of supplies. But I definitely want to eliminate this line of strong points. And there's nothing that can really hurt my infantry. Yeah, it would be nice to get rid of the artillery. But I'm a little bit worried about the Tiger rushing in. So I think I will... Nah, let's resupply. And if I go in here... let's do it. I don't like Tigers. Hopefully we'll be able to deal with one of the enemy fighter bombers. That's good. So yeah, now we are very exposed to another enemy airstrike, but I think we'll simply tank it. It's fine. Now let's double check. That seems not too bad, actually. Let's go in, protect ourselves. That should deter any attackers. Because it looks like they have one fighter. So that's not too bad, actually. And then let's see. This is not too easy to break. Let's see, maybe airstrike and artillery will be enough to do the trick. Actually, it's a pretty safe assumption that they can. Move up, get rid of enemy artillery, get rid of another grenadier. So our position here is very promising. Taking on the 88, getting rid of the 88, and then I think we can eliminate the puck. That's done, and I know I'm exposed, but maybe an airstrike can deal with them. Nope. Nope. And I'm not loading my artillery into trucks again. That's not going to happen. Let's see. Nothing I want to attack in particular. And I don't want to go into range of any of those. So let's see what we can do. Maybe we can force them to go into a position where we can do more about it. That's it. That's it. And we will make sure to keep most of our units supplied all the time. Wow. Are you kidding me? Okay, so now what we have to do, we still have our fighters in the reserves and we lost one unit, so that's great. Should have thought about that earlier. But this is one of the strongest Air Force displays or Luftwaffe displays we have ever seen in the whole game. Yeah. Well, technically the only thing we have to do is not lose units, so let's see. And whittle them down one by one. And we will cycle out damaged units. This way I think we can get rid of them fairly quickly. But the Tiger doesn't seem to replenish, at least not a lot. And once we have dealt with the 88s in the center, the situation will be better. And conscripts for the win. And another unit dealt with. So now the focus is on eliminating one unit after the other, eliminating the threat of their air defenses, and not letting them regain their strengths anywhere. Yeah, you're right, the Luftwaffe found its reserves. They stored away for the whole of the campaign. And now they're coming for us. Yeah, that's better. We won't overextend. Simply deal with them one by one. And we are only, well, we are 5 turns in. So that's quite a lot. So, guards units, I think it's your turn to back out and be replaced by another unit. Grab supplies, that's the obvious thing. Here we are completely swarmed. And yeah, it seems we are unable to deal with their fighters for the moment, so best case scenario, maybe get in our own fighters as quickly as possible and maybe shuffle back. We can shuffle back and forth all the time. And we should be out of vision range here, so I guess shooting down one of the bombers is safe. And that's eliminating one problem at least. But still, that's less than ideal. We'll swing around and try to destroy the tank. He could give us some trouble, so that's a priority. Taken care of, and then we'll slowly advance and hope we can deal with it. So that's it. Don't know what's lurking in the back, so I'm not keen on storming forward. But what we could do here is something like that. 88 down. Artillery protection up. Tiger a little bit threatened. Maybe they will go for the scout. We'll see. But for the moment, there's not much I can do about the enemy air force, unfortunately. So yeah, we will hope that our bombers survive somehow and cycle them out. And I think the same goes for the very damaged piece of equipment here. We'll make full use of our abilities. Yep, that's it. Let's hope the damage is not too severe. And it seems the scout soaks up all of the damage. That's great. Phew. And now we'll focus on downing one of their fighters. That's perfect. One threat eliminated, and one fighter is not that bad anymore. You can definitely deal with one of them. But the Stuka has to go. And I think, well, Mia Kigami says something in the chat. I'm so concentrated I'm almost not able to read. Yeah, the time difference is always a little bit of a problem. But at least I try to be more regular than I used to be. So at least there's a chance to adapt if you really want to see it live. You can't go there. That's too bad. But at least the first set of health in the north is secure. So that's promising, and I think we can whittle down this tiger now. So that's one major threat in the background. We don't have to worry about anymore. Well, storming those hills could have worked better. But once the puck is gone, I think we are a lot safer. And I'm not going to suicide damage tanks into a very aggressive forward movement, especially not those IS-1. There could be more Tigers or tank destroyers in the back, and this could end poorly. So we'll make sure to stay protected. We can attack Seelow once our units are arriving in force. Yeah, and maybe it's better to do some elite reinforcements here. It's very slow. Let's get out of here and maybe we can do some air transports. I think that's the best way to do it. Whew. So let's see. Maybe we are actually in range. Would be nice to get rid of them in one go. Yeah, not quite. But that's another fortification gone. We are protected here, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not quite a trap, but that would have been nice. That's another Volkssturm unit we can deal with. This was completely wasted movement. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Nah, it's impossible. This is would be the ideal trapping location, but can't be done. And maybe we can get rid of this last strong point, eliminating their vision advantage. Now it's safe to move up. Yeah, and stay in the back. No need to expose ourselves. So I think it's time for a first break. What's this? This is another fighter. Well, actually, this is quite convenient. Because now their other fighter is almost out of business. And we can bring back 2 units. So let's bring back our level bomber, and let's bring back more conscripts. I think that's fine. Yeah, so time for a first break. I think we made perfect progress, averted the threat of being completely annihilated by the German Luftwaffe. I'm pretty sure, well, we definitely need a scout, because I want to know how many bad boys still lurk in the background. But now I'm more confident. Well, I was very confident in the beginning, then I was a little bit shocked, and now I think it's back under control. We have should be enough time. The threat of the enemy vision advantage is almost dealt with. once we have those forward airfields, we can resupply ourselves. Then we can concentrate on pummeling Seelow with our massive artillery and hopefully pick off enemy heavies in the back with our air force. Yeah, that's the plan. Let's see how we can execute that, and see you soon. I'll be back in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. Bye!